Drew, I love you. Let me just start with that. It amazes me that I get to say that to my very best friend every day. When we met 4 years ago, I had no idea that you would someday become my forever.
We are gathered here today to celebrate the love between Drew Garrett Huntermark and Victoria Rose Hall.
Just beautiful. Very different.
We come together in beautiful Whitefish, Montana to celebrate the love these two have built and will carry on with them in marriage forevermore. Now, as I'm sure most of you already know, I'm neither priest nor pastor. Who I am, though, is the brother of the bride who once taught me 7 sacraments of Catholicism as Breck Moa during Sunday school. That simple acronym taught me that marriage is a sacred ceremony and sacrament. It unites 2 individuals in sight of God to a future of companionship filled with passion and love. It reflects the promise of each individual to walk together hand in hand throughout life's trials and tribulations. I'm excited and honored to be chosen to preside over this ceremony and to share this special moment with each of you today.
We talk about crying. Shut up.
I feel like I can fly. It's all speeding by. In a whirlwind, yeah. But this moment I won't forget.
Victoria, can't believe how lucky I am to be standing before you today. I'm struck by all the things that led us to this incredible moment here in Montana in front of our family and friends. In you, I found a best friend, a partner, and an incredibly vast love.
You were a medical student, and I was already a resident in Georgia. And while we were fast friends, we didn't really think anything of it because you were going back to medical school. And when you were an intern, I thought, wow, this kid thinks he's too cool for school with his laid-back attitude and his Tom Selleck mustache. That first year, I got to witness firsthand how much care you take with your patients. And while I thought it was kind of extra work you were doing at first, I quickly found out that that's not work for you, it's just how you are. You apply the same care to all of your family, all of your friends, Zoe, and now me.
When we met, I was struck by your compassion, how you care for those around you, and I will always admire how tirelessly you work to help others.
I knew I liked you when I'd really miss you when you would Irish from a party. And then when Zoe claimed you as her own, I was hooked too.
When we started this relationship, we knew it was a chance. I'm so thankful every day that you took the chance on me.
One night, about 1 a.m., I think Tori was a couple of months old, we heard a large thump on the ceiling above our bed. Well, that's where the baby's room was.
Oh, yeah.
So, with much dread, Robin and I dashed through the house, up the stairs, down the hallway, and threw open the bedroom door, flipped on the light, and there, laying on the floor, on her back, turtle-esque, with legs and arms akimbo, and she was smiling,
18 months.
giggling. This is my burden in life. I get a lot of help. One night, I guess we got a little distracted, and there was this thump, 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 thump. And Tori had found her way over to the door to the basement stairs and rode that little scooter thing on down those stairs. Once again, we made it down to the bottom of the stairs, and this time she was kind of looking up at us like, in my heart. And of course, you don't know. So you try to tell them to soldier on, and I guess that's what she did. She's always been a little adventuresome. She's always been game for anything we might be doing as a family. We'd go parasailing, we'd go skiing, whitewater rafting, mountain climbing. And I was fortunate enough to pick her up occasionally along the way. Tori, you're just beautiful tonight. I also have this fault that I choke up when I look at her.
You're okay.
Oh, God.
You rolled that punch.
We're very proud. We're very proud of not only all your many accomplishments, but also the way that you live your life. Actually, when you were born, your mother and I prayed that you would grow one day and join or meet the man of your dreams and become married. And we think that about that time, there was a child born. Well, a child conceived, I should say. And that child eventually became Drew Hundertmark. So, did God have a plan? Absolutely. And He's made you perfect for each other.
Growing up with Drew, I've had a front row seat to his life.
Tell him you look majestic.
When we were younger, we were totally opposite. I loved sports, and he loved video games and goth-style clothes. We butted heads frequently, but when he left me to go to college, our relationship grew, and I found myself wanting to be just like him.
As sisters had our ups and downs, and I think the moment that we realized that we actually did in fact like each other was the day she left for college. She left at 5 a.m. on my birthday, and I was like, good riddance, she's gone. And 5 hours later, I was crushed. My sister was gone. The person I looked up to the most was just not there to show me how to be anymore.
And I found myself wanting to be just like him. He was studious with high aspirations, and I strived to have the same qualities that seemed to come so effortlessly to him. Qualities like being outgoing, a natural leader, and the life of the party. I remember vividly the first time Drew came home from college. It was cool to see how he had grown into a social stud who would end up being fraternity president while pursuing a prestigious career as a doctor. He was a great wingman. Well, not that great because I don't have a date tonight.
For the next 4 years, I got to see my sister change massively, meet another couple of women who are just as much sister to her as I am, I think. But through it all, I never saw her turn her head away from her dreams for a second for a single guy. And then I get this call a couple of years ago, and she says, I met a guy. And she has never said that to me before in her whole life, so I know this guy must be pretty special. That phone call was less than a month into you dating. And the moment I got that phone call, I knew. I already knew that this was gonna be the guy. I cannot express how happy it makes me to see the two of you together. And to know that I don't think there's a person in the family who can wait to see what drama and joy the two of you add to both families.
Through every adventure and misadventure, Drew has always shown kindness, loyalty, and a sense of humor that can brighten any room. Today, we're here to celebrate one of the most significant milestones in his life, marrying the love of his life, Tori. evident that you were someone special. You bring out the best in him, and together you make an incredible team. I couldn't have asked for a better sister. But seeing Drew and Tori together, even I can recognize what a perfect match looks like. Their relationship is one to admire. The way they support, understand, and love each other is something we all hope to find. It's enviable how seamlessly they fit together and complement each other. Here's to Drew and Tori. May your marriage be filled with love, laughter, and endless happiness. Here's to a lifetime of beautiful moments, cherished memories. Congratulations to the happy couple.
Maybe we're made for a time like this, counting each breath so we wouldn't miss it. Don't close your eyes, undecided in all our truth. Say goodbye, you know I'd follow. Don't close your eyes.
While our time apart, which I've been calling our long distance era for the Swifties, was one of the hardest times of my life. I always had faith that things would work out. I never doubted that we wouldn't be here today at maybe not this place, but somewhere.
We quickly bonded over so many things. Our parents, who have demonstrated what a loving marriage is for over 3 decades each. Our being one of 4 kids, growing up in a military family. Our love of watching and playing sports, hiking, travel, medicine, our values and our goals. I can't really pinpoint the exact moment I knew I loved you, because it's really a million little things. When you first said, Mom. Dad's gonna go.
I need to start this off with an apology for my phone going off during the battle.
When you were the first to say I love you while we were dancing to Tennessee Whiskey, that forever became our song. These past 2 years have been simultaneously the happiest and hardest years of my life, because after finally finding my person, the Army had us apart for 300 miles plus. But I know when we're looking at forever, it's just a drop in the bucket, and we've done it.
And now as I stand in this place, after so many months apart, I can confidently tell you that we did make it, and we did not plan these vows together, but they're gonna kind of match up a little bit.
You are my best friend, my protector, and my confidant. You challenge me to be more spontaneous, to not sweat the small stuff, and to live in every moment with you. You are my safe space in my home. I vow to be your partner, to walk hand in hand with you through thick and thin. I vow to love you when you steal the covers. I've always vowed to cheer for the Chiefs. And I will pretend to like F1 racing. I vow in return to be your best friend and your biggest supporter, to be your partner in crime in every adventure. I can't wait to fulfill every dream with you and to manifest our futures. You're an amazing dog dad to Zoe and a favorite uncle to your nieces and nephew, and I can't wait to see you the father of our own children. From this day forward, you will never walk alone again. I choose you today and every day forever. I love you.
Tori, will you have this man to be your husband? Do you promise to love him, comfort him, honor and keep him in sickness and in health, and to be faithful to him as long as you both shall live?
I do.
I gotta love you as deeply as you have shown me, without reservation and unconditionally. I vow to show you in as many ways as I can muster how I love you. I vow to be your best friend, your confidant, your venting space forever. And I vow to keep adventuring with you and exploring this wonderful life that we have made together, and whatever that may bring. I vow to always be there for you when you need a shoulder to cry on, a big hug to get you through whatever garbage the Army has put you through, and I vow to be the one that makes you stop, enjoy the view, smell the roses, and if appropriate, send it. I even vow to let you warm up your frigid toes on me as you need to, a vow I do not take lightly. Finally, I vow to put you above all else, to respect and hold you in the same admiration I do in this moment right now. I love you. I'm so happy to be here with you.
Drew, will you have this woman to be your wife? Do you promise to love her, comfort her, honor and keep her in sickness and in health, and to be faithful to her as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Ladies and gentlemen, I now present to you Drew and Victoria Hunter Mark. You may now kiss the bride.
Feel like I can fly. Touch me.
All right, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, you're going in.